Dave, as you've been around in Europe over the past week, what have you been seeing in terms of the refugee crisis?
The situation here is just something like I've never seen before. We're seeing thousands of refugees now who are crossing the border from Serbia into Hungary and finding passage to Germany via Austria right now. And so we're seeing people who are they're living in the train stations now. They're informal refugee settlements along the border. We're just seeing lots of women, children, and men who are making their way with literally nothing on their back except for food and water that are given to them along the way.
What are their most urgent needs right now, do you feel?
So the things that are visible on the ground are, of course, food and water are the key things, and it's been a good outpouring of compassion by people along the way. There's been communities that have welcomed these migrants as they've been on their journey, some more friendly than others, but the needs are pretty dire in every place. A lot of these people have been traveling for more than 30 days on foot, on boat, on buses, and so they haven't been able to shower. They haven't had a hot meal in over a month, and so it's just been a very rough road, and the needs are great.
Dave, what is Samaritan's Purse and our partners? What are we doing to assist these refugees right now?
So Samaritan's Purse has been working with partners here on ground to assess the situation and really determine what's most needed. And the way that we're addressing it right now is by giving food and water at various places along the journey where these people are coming from. And we've been able to do that near the Serbian border, working with partner organizations who are running the health clinic and the train station, and now looking into expanding that so that we can have wash stations where people can actually take a shower and use a clean restroom, and kind of building out a feeding program and building a mechanism like a soup kitchen where people can have a hot meal to be able to love on these people and show just them some compassion that I think that they're not receiving at every stop along the way. We're actually still at the source of the conflict. We're working in areas of Iraq where people are still enduring suffering, and then we're also able to work all along the way through Europe until these people are reaching their final destination.
These refugees are not necessarily what people might have in their minds when they think of refugees. Can you describe kind of the background of some of these people? I think they're probably looking really to start a new life, want to work hard. Can you talk about them a little bit?
It's important to understand that many of these people are coming from places in Syria like Aleppo or other areas of the country that have just been decimated by the conflict there, and they have endured, maybe it's been a year, maybe it's been 2 or 3 years of conflict, and they're just hit a breaking point of not being able to care for their children and not being able to have a job and maintain any type of income and be able to buy food for the family. And so that's when it begins to become more of an economic reason for leaving.
How can we, listeners, pray for Samaritan's Purse, for our local Christian partners, and for the people who are moving through Europe right now?
I'd say there's definitely a couple different ways to pray, and I think the different aspects of looking at it would be praying for peace in the areas where they're coming from. But I think we need not only pray for an end to fighting, but reconciliation between the people who are left there. Also, pray for Samaritan's Purse and the partners here. It's a tough situation to respond in, so we want to keep in prayer those who are working round the clock to be able to provide for these refugees who are coming through. And I think most importantly is to be able to pray for those refugees themselves who are making this very long journey. Many have left members of their family behind and have no idea what's in front of them. Settling in a foreign land when they don't speak the language, and I think it's going to be a very rough adjustment, and I think we need to really pray for them and just pray that they're surrounded by the church and in their final destination who will love and care for them and just show them the love of Christ, because that's really what they need.